What is going on, everybody? We in a stew, baby. It's been a while. It's been a while. Wow, I could really hit that note. I could have done a little more rustic, but what's up, everybody? Okay, welcome to the stream. We got a lot to get to, so I'm not going to BS with your time. Today is a day that has been on the docket for 6 years, I want to say. Might be a little exaggeration, it's more like 5 to 6, but this is a big day. So I'm going to give you some of the background because you need to understand the context of this story. And, I'm going to be a little vague only because I think it's just the right way to do it. So getting right into it, I have been trying to do a redo documentary for my family because I never felt like the one we did really accomplished everything. And I think it's funny because we've had this discussion so much on the channel to where I've just brought it up so many times because it's one of the reasons why this channel exists. It was like I can't stand the fact that a lot of this is just going into what other people say about your family. And I couldn't stand that idea. And then I learned all about media and I started like really paying attention to stuff and I fell in love with it and have a passion for it. So what happened was I had been talking to two different places, and I'm not going to mention their names just to keep them out of this. But basically, what I've always said for the last few years is that I'm basically trying to just tell the story how it was. I have a very clear picture of it, and I have other people who can tell you what they experienced. And the whole point was I'm not going to essentially focus on just what happened bad. I want there to be an understanding of the full scope. And no one has done it, and no one probably really truly could do it without third-person information. But what happened was we got to a point where it was never going to match. It was never going to work for both sides. And the reason why I fought so hard this time is because I had this experience. I literally sat there and told Netflix exactly what I needed and wanted. And I was just too young and I would say naive to know how they move and how the business works and things like that. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So a part of my other passion is to try to teach people, to be careful with just these situations, because crime is like nothing other, right? Like it just comes spur out of nowhere and all of a sudden all this stuff's happening and you're thrust into it, like literally so unwillingly put into this position. For the last, whatever, 7 years really, because this was in 19. So for 7 years, ever since like December, and we didn't even know where the kids were. And this has been our lives every moment since then. Yeah, I'm just going to say it the way I feel it. So you guys know where I'm coming from. After I saw the way that everybody was talking about my family and the projects that came out and, the movie that came out and all this stuff, my heart just shattered because I'm like, this isn't about Tylee and JJ and Charles. This isn't about them. They're just the side product of this documentary or the show. And it's mostly centralized on Lori and Alex and Chad and Colts and stuff like that. So back to what I was saying with the story, what happened was we got to a point where it was just not going to work. And so I started really thinking and praying about something that I thought about since 2021. And I'm grateful to God I didn't do this back in 21, just so we're all clear. I think God works out things in the right timing. And I'm glad I didn't do it. And what I'm going to tell you is I've thought that I need to tell the story myself, and I didn't know how to do that. And I always felt like no matter what I'm trying to do, the anchor point for everybody's Lori. She takes the cake. She's the main event for people. And I just couldn't stand that. I don't like that. So what happened was we just got to a point where things were not going to work anymore. So the prayer and circumstances all of a sudden started just tying in and started just kind of, I feel like God put me in a very specific corner. Now, sometimes those corners are very uncomfortable and sometimes they make you think about things and change your mind compared to if you were in any other situation. God knows you best. So sometimes you get put in this position and you go, oh my gosh, I would have never made this decision had I not been in this corner. The decision I came to is, it's like every time I'm about to tell somebody about it, it genuinely like feels like I don't know how to explain it. It feels like this huge moment. I am going to tell the story myself. I'm going to make a documentary for my family myself. And to do that, I'm creating something called the Real Story Movement. And the Real Story Movement is the movement behind this documentary. I was inspired not too long ago by a few different great directors and producers. You guys know I love Star Wars, but that's not just that I love, the story, but I like a lot of the pieces outside of Star Wars. But I like how, there's a way that you tell your story, and this has never been told the right way. I'm just gonna say it. I've seen it all. You guys know how I've moved with you on this channel, how what we've talked about, I've been able to point it out in about 30 seconds. I'm going to do it by myself. And it's scary. And it's something that I never expected to actually say to you. And it felt crazy and it felt worrisome. And my heart's beating just saying it because it's such a risk for so many different reasons. But I'm just going to break this down for you guys so you know why my heart is here. I want to honor my family. And when I was in the hospital and I had multiple, I was back in the hospital not too long ago. Well, I think it was during the Corey Richards trial. And again, the same thoughts come into your mind. And I thought I have these certain things that just feel unaccomplished. There's an ice cream truck outside. I don't know if you can hear it. I feel unaccomplished in this realm. And one thing I've always said is I feel like this story is not it. Like you don't even know how much was going on before this ever happened. And it's not just that, it's people's perspectives. And I've talked to people and I know they know that I've got their best interests at heart because I'm not a huge network. I'm not, I'm here to tell the story the way it is. So here's how I'm basically working with this and how I'm trying to get to this point. So we're creating the real story movement. That is how I want to do that for people in general. That's what part of this channel is for, is to break the noise and to tell people stories without the BS and get to the source. So it makes me happy to know that I can give other people down the road a platform. But right now, I'm trying to honor my family, and this is the best way to do that. Now, what I have to do is I've created a budget that is going to be for the project. Now, again, this is where I think I stuck the most. And I'm just going to be super raw with you guys. I see people, commenting about me and saying, stuff about me being a grifter and all this other stuff. At the end of the day, they can keep all that because I know my heart and I genuinely know that I have been wanting to do this forever. And if you understood, if it was your life, you would understand what it's like to have your life put in front of people's faces with misinformation or chunks of it not existing and context missing. And every time it just ties into your mom. I don't know if I could ever say anything more than that. You would be put in a position where you're forced to watch something that's not even accurate. Again, people are people, but you're spreading that to millions of people who are watching. So here's what I'm trying to do. I've created a budget. We've created a GoFundMe. And I know that was the other thing I was worried about, is ever asking you guys for anything. I don't want to. It makes me uncomfortable to ever even ask for something. But here's what I'm going to ask you for, honestly. If you think that if you have a heart to give and you want to give towards this project, anything you give will be used towards the ultimate goal. So that's all I'm going to say about that. If you feel like you want to be a part of that, please do, because that is a perfect way for me to continue to go down the line and honor my family. And I genuinely cannot wait for you to see it. Now, the members know this because we had a conversation earlier, but what I'm going to be doing is sharing the journey, because I can't do that with other networks. I can't share the journey with you because there's a lot of, things that happen where, you don't want to expose something or say something that's not supposed to be out in the media, this and that. Long story short, I'm going to do the best way I've found is to do a GoFundMe, and we are going to raise a certain amount of money. And that money is going towards the director, producer roles, the editor, the sound, the equipment, and then travel, lodging, stuff like that. So it's just practical. The way to tell this story is never been done. And everybody who has suffered through this has a voice. And I think that their voices haven't been heard yet. And so it is truly my honor to attempt this. I pray about this stuff. This is not just off the cuff. This is on my heart. And I've saved these stories for you guys about Tylee and JJ, because I felt like everything has a place. And I think I told this to the members earlier, but like, I'm very compartmentalized type of person. And so everything belongs in certain places. And like, for me, telling you their story just sitting here is great. But if I could really show you, that's my dream and that's my goal. So we're taking it on. It's like the power of the people doing this kind of thing, It's just there's really no perfect way to do this, but I am going to tell you that attempting this for me, whether we reach this goal or not, I truly believe that I want to make this. And obviously, I've done the research. I've been doing this for a long time now, and I've worked with a bunch of different companies at this point. And on top of it's just a huge passion. So I have definitely looked into what needs to be done for it. And so I put together the budget for that, just so you know. Um, another big reason I was inspired, and this was actually, I think this morning, I want to say, there's a young man who's a young man. He's barely younger than me, but he's 26 now. There's a guy he was a sketch comedy guy on Instagram, and he put out some horror thing on his Instagram, and he had a bunch of views. And um, then he put out a real like documentary kind of thing, like his own cut of something, like as a director, and that got him into the position to make the movie. I don't know if you've seen it, is called Obsession. So the movie that just came out called Obsession is all about he made the story, but he directed it at 26 years old. That's almost unheard of. And guess how he started that? He did it on his YouTube channel. So my heart has always been, and this is actually a conversation I've had before, but I want to take this project and put it here on the channel. And I've had a lot of people say things like, you want to, come on and put it on a streaming platform. You're going to want to, do partnerships and this and that. My heart is just simply that I just want people to see it. And that's genuinely what it comes down to. I just want people to see it. I mean, at this point, I don't want people to feel like they have to go and find a place and subscribe. Like, it's just right here and it's available. And I know that is a risk, but it is what it is. Like, I just feel like it's just so important for me to know that the story, for the people who want to watch that story, can see it and have it be available. So here's where we're at with this. And I want to kind of break down some of the things. So there's tiers, obviously. Some of the tiers we'll go through. I'll send you, like, when I show you guys the actual project stuff, we'll go through it. But there's tiers on here. But one of the things I'd love to do, and again, this is part of the budget, is I'd love to go and have a premiere with you guys, and then do a premiere for people digitally and stuff like that as part of these tiers before the final cut is even released on YouTube. So you guys know how much I love our community. I am going to say one thing though. One thing is very important, and I'm going to get to your guys' chats. I promise you I'm not ignoring you. One thing is very important to me is that one of the things that happened is it basically locked my ability to have this kind of interaction and things like this with my channel. And that was one of the main reasons I said I have to do this on my own, because I want you guys to know this community is to me it's too sacred to ever, there's nothing that could ever come in here and say that this will ever be affected. And there's other things, I'm not going to get into them. But I'm so excited. I'm so scared, because all I care about is telling you guys the story. It makes me really emotional, but I think this is the pinch that I got put into. And I think that that's why I'm here. And, it's hard to do stuff on your own. I get that, but I've already talked to a few amazing people who can help me with the stuff I can't do. And, this is, like, to me, the loaves and fishes situation. You bring your loaves and fishes and you ask God to multiply that, and you can only do what you can. So Jen has this right here. Thank you so much, Jen. I'm going to go back up and read some chant. Monica, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm scared for sure. I'm not going to lie. Bran in here. For the cause. This is going to be amazing, Colby. Much love, my friend. Much love to you too. Yeah, and I know you guys have said there's been some people who have attempted this before. So again, I'm telling you, I know, and this is going to sound, I hope this doesn't ever sound corny or anything like that, but I just know that I have a real vision for this. This is not something that I'm just like, oh, I could tell the story better and just throw out random stuff. I promise you, I can direct this and do it better. And it's not any disrespect. I'm not trying to start a public fight here. I'm not trying to tell anybody that they're not good at their job. I don't care. I know I have a vision, and it's been formulating for years, because I've seen, I guess maybe because I've seen the other side, maybe because I've seen the bad, maybe because I've seen the mistakes, maybe I subconsciously learned from it. But what I will tell you is I'm so sick and tired. I'm just going to say it. I'm so, so sick and tired of everybody running my family's narrative and mine, because what you're doing in a sense is you're diminishing so much, and you're making it solely about Lori, and you're taking away the important life and legacy of others. And I just really don't vibe with that. So again, all the other stuff is out there for everybody else. This is going to be the most full picture story you've ever heard or seen about my family. And they deserve that. And they're going to be honored correctly. So that is going to be happening. Um, I just can't say enough. I mean, the fact that there's even enough people in our community who are supportive like you guys are right now, I can't say enough. This is more than my dream. And I'm actually not planning on getting emotional with this. When everything happened and you watch a product of a documentary that you put your heart and soul into, and it doesn't serve the thing that you wanted it to, and you put in everything you had, right? It's probably what's one of the most disheartening things you can go through. And again, it's such a unique situation, so I know most people can't understand that, and I don't expect it, but I am gonna say to have a chance to do it the right way and know that I don't have to worry about anybody's telling me and coming over my shoulder on how to do it. It's all I've ever asked God for, to be honest with you, when it comes to this situation. But I really do appreciate and love you guys. Love anyway says, wish I could give more as someone who has had a narrative about them spun by the media. I support this. You got this, Colby, Tylee, and JJ. I love that. And you get it then. Julia says, I'm so proud of you, Colby. Like I said earlier, you will do great. Yes, thank you so much. That means the world to me, man. To have support in this is crazy. Like, I think I was so scared because, like I said, you get in your head. You get in your head and you think people have this perception of you. And the narrative has been spun so hard to be one way, you're going against the grain on everything. Like, you're literally going against the grain on everything because it's been talked about and shown in a light for one way for so long. And I have to go against that storyline. And it is what it is. Putting it on YouTube, though, is the best thing I could do for our community because, again, I don't like when things are complicated. So I'd like it to be simple for you and just hop on YouTube where you already have been here. And man, I'm starting to get emotional, bro. I need to chill out. It's been rough, man. It's been rough. Not gonna lie. It's been a rough life. I don't want to downplay that by laughing, but it's been a rough life, brother. And if I could do this for my family, man, what an honor that would be. What a way to honor them the right way. And I've been waiting, hoping and praying for the right opportunity to come around. And I think that was the problem is I was looking for someone else to provide that opportunity. And again, I want this to be clear, and it's no disrespect to the people I was talking to. If you're listening to this video, this is not disrespect towards anybody. I genuinely just think this finally came to be where it is. So whew, I'm ready to show you what's going on. Now, the best part about this, stop, Monica. I'm already trying not to. I'm trying to chill out. The best part about this situation here is that it's us. It's just us. And so I get to really bring you guys along with me. And that's the most exciting part of it, is that I really get to show you in real time a lot of what's going on. And I can't wait for that because I love sharing with you guys, but I also love giving you something. And, you know, I've had so many amazing people supporting me for so long. You've prayed for me, love me, and you guys support the family, support the channel. Like, you can ask for more. So again, that's why I'm like, I don't ever want to ask for anything from you. But I will say this is one thing this is the first time I'm ever going to genuinely come to you and ask if there's anybody you know that would support or can help. Literally absolutely anything helps and is going towards a really good cause. And the goal here is to hopefully show the world what can be done when you have the right intentions and you care, and hopefully be able to help other people tell their stories. And maybe we can do something special. That's my prayer. But I have to focus on one thing at a time. But my heart is definitely here for people. And that's all I care about is just once it's done, I'm telling you right now, just telling you about it brings a certain relief, and it hasn't even started yet, but it's definitely a big deal to me. Tess out here with a 20 months. That's awesome. So dang proud of you. It's actually PG-13. So damn proud of you, Colby. I know. Love you too. I couldn't ask for more in my life than you guys, man. I mean, there's obviously, people say, wouldn't you rather have your family, this and that? Like, life is where we are with other people's decisions, and you can't change it. So I get to be grateful every day for what I have. I haven't been streaming a lot because, like I said, there's a lot going on in the background. I'm gonna have to move soon, very soon. We're all getting out of this house, and so that's the problem is that that's a lot to do very quickly. That wasn't really expected, but we're not going to be in the studio anymore, so it's just been a lot going on all at once. And again, not to get into all those details, but that's the situations make you think a different way. And when you're in certain circumstances, your mindset starts to change, and you just start to like really reassess certain things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just when you're in that position, you'll understand. But a lot of this wouldn't be happening without that. So, anyway, I'm probably talking your ear off. I talk a lot. You guys know that. I love you and I appreciate you. Anything that, oh, you better. I'm not playing, brother. I'm not playing about this premiere. I'm not playing. We're doing this premiere. And I'm wearing a tux. I'm gonna have my hair did. It's gonna be real. I want to show it to you guys, and I'd love to get together and figure that out. It's going to be hard probably for everybody to get there, but I'll make it as possible as I can. I mean, if we can really go all out, then obviously I'd come to a few different places. That way we can meet up. But um, I really do want to share it. I'd love to be able to somehow watch it together, like live, but that's obviously like, I don't think that's possible. I don't think you can do that. So, yes, yes, moving is very, very stressful. So it's not fun. I was planning on we were planning on staying here, and then I had a conversation. So basically, what happened was we're just moving faster than normal. So, and again, I want to say this real quick. If you have anybody you know who's in film editing, send them my way, please, because at a certain point, we're going to be doing the hiring on and working with people, and we're going to, we're going to push some of this work onto that, and I'm going to need their help. So if you know someone who is in the film industry, who does camera work, who does lighting, mics, whatever it is, please send them my way. My email is askcolbyj@gmail.com. It's in the description of, I think, every one of the videos, I want to say. It should be on the channel description as well. Like, if you go to the main part of the channel and click on that description, I'm going to add the link in for, I'm going to add the link in for the GoFundMe for people as well. So you'll know that be up, but I am going to be honest. I'm going to be talking about the project a lot, but it's mostly going to be how we're moving. And then some of these other tiers are going to be some meetings we will have about the project. So again, I'm excited. We'll hop on a Zoom call. I'll let you guys know like where we're at in the stages. That's one of the tiers on here as well. So like I said, there's nothing more gratifying than having a community, man. There's nothing more gratifying than that. It's good to see you, man. I know we haven't streamed in a while, so it has been a minute. It has. But this is good news, man. And again, it can be it's nerve-wracking. I feel like I've never been this nervous to talk to you guys about something. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever been this nervous bringing something up. But you know what? It is what it is. So sometimes, the one beautiful thing about our world right now is you have an opportunity to do something like this. It's very different now. We have access to a lot of things that were never possible. But in this project, I'd like to bring on some really good people, really creative people who can help me put the vision together in the aspects that I'm not good at, and that's okay. And I'm not perfect in every role, but I'd like to bring that in. So if you know somebody, email me. Yes, I did see somebody said, where are you at? Yes, I will go look at emails. I promise. I'll get to them and respond to you guys as well. But that's the best way to get to me directly if you have anything. The last thing I'm going to say is I'd love to put on any businesses. So if you have a small business or something like that and you want to talk about something of that nature being, somewhere in the credits or something like that, we can always discuss that. I just genuinely love bringing people together, and I cannot wait to share this project with you. I just cannot wait to share this with you. But you'll be along for the ride. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Oh, I love that, Mary. I love mine too. I'd wear it if it wasn't so hot. I gotta get all my merch stuff here. It takes me the longest for some reason. It told me that. So everyone gets their merch first, and then I get mine last. So they like to make me wait. But I'm just excited because I couldn't think of a better way to do it than this. Like it couldn't work out better. As crazy as it sounds, it couldn't be better. So I'm grateful for that. I have an amazing community here. I'm so grateful for you guys. And yeah, I love it. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the premiere. I'm not playing about a premiere. Like this is dead serious premiere. Like we're gonna have a full out showing for this. And do you mean ETA on when it would be produced? Is that what you mean? So my goal is to have it done by next year. Now, again, projects do take a long time, but because it's just me, I can move a little faster. I can move a little faster, maybe than a normal company can, because usually what happens is the companies have to bring people in. Their schedules have to work, and a lot of people are working on other pieces at the same time. The benefit for me right now is I'm not working on another documentary, so this is going to give me all of the time and focus on this project, and then obviously doing our channel. But again, I can bring you guys with me for the journey. So it's a beautiful thing. But get your hair did for 2027. Get it ready. Because I mean the biggest process in all of this right now is simply that hold on, I have to respond to this. It's gonna be hard to be serious during this. The biggest process is truly just post-production and making sure everything's there, because it is a lot of information. It's a lot of, time and stuff. And so editing is a very huge part of that. So that's a big part of the budget for the production, to be honest with you, is the editing and the finishing touches. And it's such a talent. I cannot explain to you what editing is. It's a talent. It's a skill, and it is hard to do. It is not easy to do. So none of this stuff is, but editing is a whole nother level, right? Rob Rich Ray's Vito posters will sell. I'll get him on it. He's gonna be my fundraiser. I'm gonna have him throw a car wash up in Rexburg. I'm gonna get all the detectives to do a speedo car wash, and then we'll do a calendar. Guys, I'm saying too much. This is not. I'm just not. Forget what I said. That was too much. Too far. Too far. Anyway, like I said, super excited. I hope we can get to work on this soon. Like I said, though, sooner than later. What happened to this light? What are you struggling with? Oh, that was weird. But sooner than later, we're going to get back to kind of normal streaming times as well. So we'll still have our YouTube channel. Like this is kind of, they don't have to go exactly together all the time. Like you're just gonna get a lot of updates, but we're still going to be doing our thing. I still love discussing things with you. It just might be in different locations and this and that. So we'll be saying goodbye to the studio a little sooner than I thought, but it's okay. It just is what it is. Not the posters, bro. Too far, brother. He's not going to talk to me now after this. But yeah. I have so much I could tell you. I literally could stay here for the rest of the night because I'm so excited, and I have so many things that we're going to get accomplished in this, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for what you guys are waiting for. So, the Real Story movement, man. And I really hope we can do something special. Our community has that ability, and I really want people to be empowered to tell their stories. That's what life should be about. That's what the most impactful things in this life is, your story, because no one can live your story. Nobody can. And again, I'm going to do my best to give you the most full story. But again, I can't tell Tylee and JJ's story perfectly. I'm going to give you a perspective, but I hope I do a good job. And for Charles, it's the same thing. And that's all I care about. I want you to know who they were and give you multiple different places for you to hear who they were. And that's what I've saved forever on this channel. I've held it back just like I'm doing right now. I can feel it, how bad I just want to tell you everything, but I've held it because some things just need to be done the right way. And so I'm excited. I'm probably going to say I'm excited about 1,000 more times during this process. But again, this is going to be great. I'm blown away. I'm blown away by your guys' support right now. So thank you. I'm reading your guys' chats and thank you. Just thank you. And gonna be a lot of collabs coming soon with this and people. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's finally time. It's been a long, long journey to this point. We got holes in our shoes. We got holes in our clothes. We're bleeding, but we're gonna keep walking. We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna do it for the right way. So anyway, I absolutely love and appreciate every single one of you. I will be back with you soon. Updates will be coming. Jin and Tess as well shared the link for the GoFundMe. So that's there. I'm going to be posting that now right after this live. And hopefully people will watch this video so they get some more context. But I can't wait. Yes, I'm going to be crying the whole time. Just expect a lot of tears for the next year straight. I'm just going to, and it's all, you know what? It's all going to be healthy. But if I actually sat there and watched this with you, I'm going to be balling up. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be crying a lot. So it's good to get it out. But again, one more thing I'll say before I go. Actually, I'll say two more things. Number one, sometimes God puts you in a position you did not want to be in and you did not expect to be in, but he's doing something in your life. So trust that even if it doesn't feel like a good thing, it doesn't feel good in the moment, it doesn't look good, it doesn't have, there's nothing in your mind that's good about it, but just trust the process because you never know where God's taking you. That's what I want to say. And then number two, your story is so important, and please just never give up on your dreams and never give up on your story. You are so important to this world. You are so important, and you don't know it. You might not even know how important you are, but you've lived through things that no one else has experienced. You might think, oh, I'm a normal person, average person. There's no such thing. I don't know where we made that up. Everybody is so unique and different, and your story can help empower so many people. And so the movement behind this is not just simply for Colby and his family to tell the story, but going forward, the Real Story movement is simply for everyone to feel that no matter what you think it is, no matter how you think it will be received, you have no idea who you can touch, who you can impact, and what you can do to this world, and why God allowed certain things in your life. But just trust that you have a real story, and this isn't a scale and a comparison of who's been through more. We're not doing trauma bingo, right? Like we're not trying to win the trauma prize. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it looks a certain way. You have a story. So just remember that. I freaking love you guys, man. Freaking love you guys. And you're so much more capable and powerful in this world than you ever could imagine. And so stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself. Stop telling yourself negative things about yourself, and stop doubting yourself and your ability to do something. Stop. You deserve love and you deserve to be recognized, and you're more than you ever probably could imagine. You're worth so much more, and every breath you take is a gift. So give that gift back to the world by telling your story. That's what I'll say. Love you guys, man. Have a great rest of your night.